In this video, we're going to discuss the active HUD behavior. So as you can tell, I'm a droid, that's my player character, and I am a recon droid, so I don't have any way to defend myself, I don't have any way to attack. My whole purpose is to see what's going on the other side of that door, identify any threats, and then try to get out of there before they kill me. So let's see how well that goes. I'm just going to cruise on through. I've obviously slowed down the movement to kind of keep up with the illusion. And there are the enemies. Now, when they shoot me, you can see my structural integrity is depleted.
You're not allowed here.
And you can see the crack appearing on my screen. Right, every time I get shot, every time I take damage, I'm seeing that HUD show up. Hopefully I can get through. I set the
Someone there.
I set the integrity up really high so I can make it okay. Close the door behind me. Yeah, he's still coming. Okay, whew, I made it through. Okay, so there's 3 enemies in the room. I can report back to my operators that there are 3 enemies. Now they have intelligence on the threats inside that room. So let me show you how all of that was set up. So before I get deep into this, I want to preface everything here by saying that this particular behavior has like a lot of potential, but I don't think it's ready yet, right? And you're going to see why here in a second. So this is just the scenario that I came up with. I'm sure there are just a million different uses for it when it's ready. But let me show you what I mean by this. I put the behavior all the way back here on this pipe. It doesn't really matter what you set it on, just some object in the scene, as long as you make sure to make that item always active. That way, no matter how far away you get from that object, it's active, it's running that script. So make sure you're doing that. But otherwise, it doesn't really matter what you apply it to. It's a global script. The parameters are actually really simple, right? We have a show condition. This is under what condition will the HUD show? Now, the HUD that it's referring to in this instance is the default player HUD. So we're used to seeing the amount of ammo that we have and the weapon that we have equipped and the amount of health that we have available to us in those little gray boxes is the default, the HUD that comes with Max. And that is what would be referred to as a HUD that can't be interacted with. So it's not like some of the other custom HUDs that we can make, like inventory or containers or anything like that, where we can interact with it. We can add things to it, take things out of it. All the while, if we want to exit those screens, we have to click a button to leave that screen. The only HUD screen that doesn't fit that same mold is the main player screen, right? That is a screen that we don't interact with. And that's the kind of screen that this behavior is intended for. But there's only one. And so I had to get rid of all the default stuff and put in, the integrity verbiage and the shattered glass effect in its place. So just understand that, like, in the future, we're going to have the ability to create more of those screens that we don't interact with. And I think that's when this one comes into its own. So this is one of those things where may not find a lot of uses for it in the short term, but in the long run, I think this is going to come up a lot. And let me show you why. So we can call up this HUD when we press the home key. We can call up the HUD when we take damage. So that's the one I chose. We can also call up this HUD when we're shooting. So every time I fire, it would come up. Or we can call it when we zoom. Now, these are just the options that we have today. When we have more flexibility with the HUD screens, we'll probably come up with more optional, like more uses or more use cases for when we need to call up a HUD. So for instance, let's suppose we want a HUD to show up when the player pulls out a phone and starts to dial, another character, something like that. So they have to press the phone key, whatever that key is assigned to, and it brings up the phone and they can dial, something like that. I mean, I'm spitballing off the top of my head, but you can imagine a million different use cases for that. We just can't do it right this minute. We just don't have the ability to create any more HUDs that are not interactable. So this is just one of those ones. I think be aware of it. Be aware it's something that's going to be enhanced later on. But for now, unless you can come up with a very specific use case like I did, I'm not sure how much use you're going to get out of it. The only other parameter you need to know about is showtime. So that's how long, of course, should the HUD be shown. So when the game starts, the HUD is invisible. When the condition is met, it's shown, and for how long should it be shown? That's what that means, and then it'll go away again. Those are really the only two parameters you need to know. But that's it. That's everything you need to know about Active HUD for now. If you've enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new, please be sure to click the like button down below. It helps me out. If you're new here or if you just haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do so. Please click the subscribe button and join us. And if you'd like a notification for whenever new videos are posted, just click the bell icon. That'll let you know when new videos are ready. Thanks so much for watching all the way through, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, don't forget there's a written guide for every behavior, including ones I haven't yet covered on this channel. And if you want to learn some more, why don't you check out this video next.